Okay.
Hello, everyone. My name's Dean. Let's talk crypto. This is where you subscribe for daily Bitcoin updates and technical analysis. We track the price of Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large. Today is July 22nd, 2022. And I anticipate that we will have a very green weekend in Bitcoin and the rest of the cryptocurrency markets. I'm going to outline three principal reasons for that conclusion. All right. I still do believe that it's likely that we not only test 30K by the end of the month, but maybe even 50K. All right. So if all that interests you, then watch until the very end. I hope you're having a great Friday. Let's keep it simple, my friends. I'm on the 4 hourly chart, and where most novice chartists and traders get it wrong is that they focus too much on small time frames. They overreact. They don't zoom out and see a larger picture. They see every single retracement as a potential kind of change of the trend. What you want to do, in my experience, is really focus on the trend and the magnitude of the move. Those two things, the trend and the magnitude of the move. What do I mean? Okay, so ever since July 13th, the trend has clearly been up. That's indisputable, right? The trend's been up since July 13th. We've just been going up and up and up. It doesn't necessarily mean that we've been going in a straight line, because we all know price action doesn't go in a straight line. You go up a bit and you come down a bit. You go up a bit more, you come down a little less, right? That is 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. That's the whole idea of 5 waves up, 3 waves down. All right. So this is why you kind of get this choppy price action, kind of stair stepping up. You're still going up. And as a trader, what you want to do is you want to look at the general trend. So the general trend here is up. Now, if you wanted to say, oh, the trend's going to change, instead of us continuing to the upside, we're going to start going down. You have to have pretty good reason for that, okay? And here's my reasoning for why that's unlikely. Again, all of this is probabilistic. Nobody has a crystal ball. Maybe somebody has a crystal ball, but let me just speak for myself. I do not have a crystal ball. This is not how I do my trading. This is not how I do my charting, okay? So for me, Dean, I'm seeing the positive price action trend since July 13th, right? That's approximately 10 days, okay? And it's just been matriculating upwards. And I also see a larger pattern right here, okay? And this pattern has been forming for about 30 days under this resistance, okay? This is very important to me because this is a bottom structure for me, okay? And if it is indeed a bottom structure, and we've been forming this pattern for the past 30 days, this move right there that I just circled is crucial. What we did right there on this date, on the 18th, breaking this resistance was everything. And so, given that we all understand the rudiments of charting and price action, we know that anytime major resistance is broken, it will have to be retested as support. This is what we call an RS flip. And this is exactly what you're seeing in this price action, okay? You broke this level, this slanted resistance that you've been under for the past 30 days, okay? Ever since June 15th, so approximately a month, yeah? And you broke it on the 18th of July. You went above it briefly, and now you're retesting it. There's nothing out of the ordinary about that price action. This is something you should expect. Only novice traders think, well, we broke it, we should continue to go up, and any retracement means a change of trend, right? We all know that. Those of you who subscribe to this channel are way beyond that level. That's the first reason I think this retracement is much ado about nothing, and we can expect for us to find support around this area, okay? You can always wick below the support line, but around this area, we're likely to find support. That's number one. Number two, if we look at our indicators, we look at our stochastic RSI on the 4-hourly, okay? We can see that we're bottomed out and we're forming a double bottom, okay? We bottomed once on the 21st and now we're coming back again, double bottoming. That's always a great bottom signal in the immediate short term. And if you go on smaller time frames, like the hourly time frame, you're bottomed out on the stochastic RSI. That means you're oversold, okay? Let's check our daily. Daily's overbought, but at the same time, the daily can stay overbought, especially in the context of a macro trend reversal when you found a bottom, okay? And let's just stay on the daily for a second. Let's assume you found a bottom here after these 450 days of downwards price action or correction, right? 450 days approximately of correction. Then, assume that once you start turning around, your daily's likely to stay overbought for a bit in that move. Just switching to the weekly, you can see we're still very beautifully overbought on the weekly time frame. So I'm not, and the weekly is not just overbought, but it's crossed bullish, and it crossed bullish in June, late June. Okay, so we've been cross bullish on the weekly. So expect that to continue to the upside. Those are main reasons. This is what I said in the beginning. You want to look for two things: the main trend, and you want to look for what did I say? I said the main trend and the magnitude, right? What is the trend and what is the magnitude? Because we've just come out of such a large, I don't need that anymore. Because come out of such a large downtrend, right? 450 days of correction. This is I'm referring to these three waves right here, this flat correction, and then the massive double zigzag downtrend that we've been in. Because this is likely a reversal of this massive downtrend, what you want to do to trade this is not try to catch these small moves. I see even traders that I learned from, earlier in my career, they're, trading in and out of this market. It's risky. Obviously, you can do it successfully, but it's a lot of work and it's a high risk, low reward play, right? Why is it high risk, low reward? It's high risk, low reward because you can get shaken out of your positions quite easily. I mean, there's always, and this is the risk in trading short time frames, small time frames. Look at this volatility. Oh, you're going up and down. Who knows how you're going to retest this support? You can retest support in a number of ways. You can do it with a simple this is a flat correction, and then maybe this is a reversal pattern. Maybe you get something like this, okay? Maybe you get something a little more complex. You don't know. And it's the whole reason for which you don't take unnecessary risks. And an unnecessary risk would be to say, I know exactly when and how this is going to reverse, how this is going to be retested. Obviously, you always have certain things that you can look at to give you a probabilistic read on what price action is doing. But the smart thing to do is just realize and recognize the magnitude of the move. The magnitude of the move is massive. That's why I'm not skittish about saying 50K by the end of the month, because understand what we're talking about. We're not talking about some mid trend move. We're talking about a major reversal, the first burst out of a major reversal. So don't be surprised by a massive move, okay? And that's also why trading in and out is unwise. You just want to build your positions. Build your positions here, either on spot or leverage. And if you're building on leverage, not financial advice, you want to do it with a generous margin where you can kind of take all of those, you can survive that volatility and not be shaken out. You don't need to squeeze 100% of the juice out of the orange. You don't need to have all your margin directed towards your size, the size of your position. Have it so that you're safe enough. And what do? I very simply, I look at the trend and I pull my Fibonacci retracement tool, and I understand that the 618, or the golden mean, represents a turning point or a linchpin in an impulsive move. If this indeed is an impulsive move, we cannot and will not come below the 618 of this move. Okay? Even if, and this works, even if this is an unfinished move. Do you see what I mean? Even if my count on this is not accurate, I know that at no point, if this is indeed an impulse, at no point can it retrace beyond the 618 or golden mean. So you use high probability things that you know of, like the golden mean, the golden ratio that you see throughout nature. Use that to your advantage and tell yourself that, yes, if I'm building a position on leverage, that is going to be my cutoff. So I'm going to put my stops underneath that or something like that, right? And then anything else that comes beyond that, I'm not concerned. I just chalk it up to price action doing its thing. Do you see what I mean? So this is, I think, the wise way to play this, right? And I've accumulated a number of positions and essentially played defense on them, added to them, changed the margin, whatever, but making it such that I'm not getting shaken out before this next big move, which I believe will happen sooner than later. Okay? And so those are the reasons. And the last reason I think that this is likely an uptrend and we're likely to see positive price action in the weekend is, although this is still working itself out, right? We may get, so if this is a reversal pattern, we got A, B, we may get one more. Let's zoom in. It's kind of a little bit. Guys, if you're getting value, please like, share, and subscribe. Would greatly appreciate it. So if this indeed is a reversal pattern, we got big A, big B. Expect for us to get at least one more degree, small a, small b, before the pump, okay? That's what I would anticipate, okay? But I think still the weekend's going to be green. So I do expect, really strong positive price action in the immediate short term. And the other thing I really like about this is, if you're a novice, you don't like the fact that we haven't pumped. But if you're more sort of seasoned as a trader, you like the fact that we're really establishing a solid base here on this resistance turn support. Solid bases make for strong moves to the upside. You can have a strong move to the upside if you haven't established a solid base, okay? So this is what I'm seeing in the charts, right? And last but not least, my count, right? As you know, here's my count of this impulse. I think this is wave 2. I think this is wave 3. I think this is wave 4. I think this is the first wave of our extended wave 5. Okay, and that wave 5 extension, once again, I believe, is likely to not only, so I think 30K is almost programmed, if you will. It's highly, highly, highly likely, but I still do believe that we will sort of surpass 30K, and I won't be surprised if we create that higher high, just like I said, right? And that higher high right now would be breaking 47.5, hitting 48 to 50, and then turning around, okay? And the reason I'm saying that this is likely to happen before the end of the month is because we know that the new moon is on the 28th. And if it's possible that we take the next week to get to 30K and then spend 14 or so days consolidating at 30K. That's also very possible, okay? I don't discount that entirely. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised for us to also just pull that move all the way up to 50 and then retrace sharply down to 30. So, yeah, that's all I'm seeing in the charts. Hope this was helpful. Hope this was useful. Guys, if you got value, please like, share, and subscribe. And have a great Friday. I'll see you tomorrow. And tomorrow, maybe we can talk more about some altcoins and see, how the markets play out, right? Hopefully, we can see some green. Looks like EOS made a move. Expect some moves. I do expect some moves. All right. Anyway, take care. Have a great Friday.